Meet Holly Pierpoint, an accomplished professor in her 40s who is currently teaching a masterclass in how to ruin your life. The movie opens with Holly heading to a conference in Colorado Springs, or at least that's the story she's sticking to. While she's driving, her husband, Russell, calls to play the part of the doting spouse. He suggests they plan a holiday together, but Holly shuts it down faster than a student with an unexcused absence, claiming she'll be way too exhausted from her upcoming travel to stay home.
I thought it wasn't a conference.
Well, anyway, I'm just saying, I would be exhausted, and next weekend it would be nice for me just to be home, but, if...
But here's the plot twist. As her car winds through the mountains, the signs say Aspen. Holly is lying through her teeth. Why go to a boring conference when you can deceive your husband in a luxury ski town? The truth starts unraveling the second she hits the hotel. The receptionist addresses her as Mrs. Allen.
You must be Mrs. Allen.
Yes, I am.
A hotel employee named Dave is tasked with showing her to the Black Diamond Suite, which, according to management, was booked by her husband, Mr. Allen. It's officially clear. Holly is cheating and is here for a weekend getaway with her boyfriend. Honestly, Holly, did you think the Mrs. Allen thing wouldn't be a paper trail? On the way up, Dave, who's a newlywed, asks for marriage advice. Holly, currently in the middle of a massive betrayal, has the audacity to tell him to stand by his wife through thick and thin and to offer her flowers.
I don't know, any advice for somebody just starting out like me?
Distance makes the heart grow fonder, but never be distant when you're in your wife's arms. And flowers.
I have to ask, does she actually believe her own nonsense, or is this just her professor of irony persona coming out? After Dave leaves, Holly finds an envelope instructing her to find another envelope in the sink. That message is from her boyfriend, urging her to open a surprise in the closet and suggesting a blindfold for an adventurous experience. Inside the box, she finds a lingerie set and handcuffs. Holly, fully leaning into the bad decisions, puts on the lingerie, blindfolds herself, and cuffs herself to the headboard. But the person who enters the room isn't her boyfriend. The encounter is intense, and Holly is into it at first, until it gets way too rough. Despite her pleas for him to stop, the man continues, leaving Holly in tears. When he finally steps into the living area, the mask falls. It's her husband, Russell. Surprise, your husband isn't at home waiting for that exhausted wife. He's been busy. Russell has already apprehended Everett Allen, Holly's 27-year-old boyfriend, and wait for it, her former student. Russell sternly tells Everett to keep his mouth shut and stay confined to the room. If he doesn't comply, or if Holly leaves, there will be consequences for Everett's wife, Lydia, and his daughter, Jessica, who Russell currently has under his control.
No one leaves this room. Not you, not her. Your family's in danger.
Russell drops a phone in Everett's pocket and leaves him alone with Holly, who is still in total shock. Once Everett frees her from the cuffs, Holly erupts in anger, directing all her frustration at him. She has no idea her own husband just orchestrated that ordeal. Everett is apologizing profusely, but Holly is determined to bolt. Suddenly, Everett gets a call from Russell. If she leaves, it's game over for his family.
She doesn't leave.
Look. Please. Holly, wait. Please, wait, please.
He manages to persuade her to stay, desperately seeking forgiveness from Russell. But Russell isn't in a forgiving mood. He reveals he found out about their 6-month affair through some massive bank withdrawals, and now demands Everett continue the vacation with Holly. To make sure he's taken seriously, he lets Everett hear his wife's Lydia's muffled voice over the phone.
What do you think about that, Lydia?
In a desperate attempt to cover up what Russell did to Holly, Everett starts making up excuses to justify the roughness.
Seriously, Everett, what made you think that that was okay? I want to know. Tell it. Explain it to me.
I thought you were enjoying it.
Enjoying myself?
While they're talking, Holly's phone rings. It's Russell. At the same time, there's a knock at the door that distracts Everett. It's a security guard complaining about the noise. While Everett deals with him, Holly talks to Russell. This is where Russell plays his trump card. He lets Holly know he knows everything.
Honey, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the man you're f***ing. That isn't me. His name is Everett Allen. He is 27 years old.
Then gaslights her into thinking Everett is a dangerous person with a history of making women disappear.
Girls have gone missing, Holly. Even girls who didn't go all the way out to Aspen for a weekend getaway.
Holly tries to deny the affair at first, but once she realizes Russell is holding all the cards, she agrees to Russell's plan, sneak out of the hotel without Everett knowing. When the call ends, Everett asks who it was, and Holly lies, saying it was just a check-in from her husband. To keep her trapped, Everett slyly offers her a massage and takes her phone away. Restless and terrified, Holly stands up and tries to take her phone to the bathroom, pretending she needs to wash off the massage oils. Everett grabs it first, forcing her to go in empty-handed. She runs to the balcony to scream for help, but nobody hears her.
Please, I'm in the Black Diamond suite.
Russell is now playing both sides, telling his wife to run while ordering Everett to keep her inside. Meanwhile, a faint thud at the door catches Everett's attention. He breaks Russell's rule and leaves the room to investigate, and immediately pays for it. Russell sends a photo of a knife at his wife's throat. Everett begs for her life, and Russell tells him to check the bedroom balcony. Everett bursts in, only to find Holly innocently freshening up in the bathroom. This is the moment Holly realizes that a man who would break into a bathroom over a minor delay is potentially as dangerous as Russell claimed. Back in the living room, Everett gets a message from Holly's number. Russell has her phone. He threatens to remove one of Lydia's fingers for every move Holly makes and tells Everett to use the sleeping pills on the table to drug her. Everett starts searching for hidden cameras, while Holly, not to be outdone, retrieves her own sleeping meds to drug him. Everett sets a table on the balcony and offers her the drugged drink. Holly refuses, demanding white wine.
Can I get a glass of white? Do you mind?
While Everett goes to get it and spikes the wine, Holly seizes the chance to spike his glass too. But before they can toast to their mutual drugging, Dave the bellhop knocks again with their food. Holly gives him a tip, and the couple sits down to a dinner of simple, rare steak. The conversation turns toxic as they blame each other for starting the affair. Their bickering is cut short by a message on Everett's phone. Russell saw the tip Holly gave Dave. It contained a call 911 message. Because Everett failed to stop her, Russell sends a gruesome warning to the room. Everett opens it to find his wife's ring finger. While he's in shock, Holly tries to seduce him, but it's a trap. She ends up holding a knife to his throat to find out his real intentions. Everett thinks fast, embracing her to show the cameras they're just kissing. He finally spills the beans. Her husband has kidnapped his family and designed this entire vacation as a punishment. As they talk, the drugs finally kick in, and both of them pass out. Everett wakes up on the bed clutching a syringe, while Holly is handcuffed to a railing in the living room. She's screaming that he's a serial killer and that Russell is bringing the police. Everett goes into the bedroom and finds the final boss, Russell, gagged and bound to a chair. But Russell can't answer any questions because his tongue has been severed. Everett gives him a pen and paper to write down the name of the person responsible. Later, Everett frees Holly, but she keeps hurling accusations. He takes her to the bedroom to see her husband, who is slowly dying in a wheelchair. Holly breaks down, but Everett swears he didn't do it. Holly has to watch her husband's slow death from the injection Everett was holding when he woke up. Holly finds a note in Russell's hand that says safe, but hides it from Everett. The phone rings again. A distorted voice, the true mastermind, gives them an ultimatum. Only one lover gets to check out and return to their family. The other has to die at the hands of their partner.
Now, only one of you will be checking out come morning.
Figure it out among yourselves, but only one of you gets to leave your little love nest and go home to see what's left of your family.
The killer also mentions Holly's daughter, Chelsea, is being watched by her roommate, Sammy. As Everett contemplates murder to save his family, Holly reads the safe note again. Everett approaches her with a knife, but hotel management interrupts the moment. Holly uses the distraction to open the safe in the cupboard using her home sprinkler system code. Inside, just a storage card. Seriously? A storage card? All this for a micro SD? Security asks about the missing Dave. Everett denies everything, and Holly, realizing they have to work together,
We have to lie.
backs his story.
He came in, he set up our food, and we tipped him. He left.
Once the guards leave, Holly confronts Everett again about the finger and the earlier assault. Everett confesses Russell set the rules and promised they'd be free in the morning if they just stayed in the room. As Everett tries to approach her,
I love you.
a tragic and honestly quite embarrassing accident. Everett realizes he can't call for help without Lydia dying. He spends his final moments begging Holly not to tell his family about the affair before he passes away. The phone rings. It's the mastermind congratulating her. To be free, she has to microwave the phone for 30 seconds and then choose leave now or go to room 513 for answers.
You are one step away from freedom. All you have to do is destroy this phone. Put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and that's it. You can go home. Or you can come to room 513 and meet me.
Holly grabs the key from her husband's pocket, nukes the phone, and heads to 513. Inside, she finds the surveillance hub and a bound woman, Lydia. Holly tells her she's safe and looks at the monitors to check the memory card from the safe. The CCTV footage shows Russell setting up the cameras, with Lydia standing right behind him. The truth hits. Lydia was the mastermind. She stands up behind Holly, ready for the final showdown. Lydia confesses she's been making Everett's other women disappear for years, but she couldn't stand his obsession with Holly. She killed Dave and she killed Russell because he didn't want to go as far as she did. Lydia points out that Holly's prints are on the syringe, the knife, and the tool used on Russell. She breaks the memory card and flushes it. Holly, having lost everything, finally snaps. She hurls a vase at Lydia's head, ending the mastermind's life. The movie ends with security bursting in as Holly ponders her fate. So, was the conference worth it? Tell me in the comments if you want to see more recaps of people making terrible life choices, and also don't forget to give me a like.